our webinar theme for today, which is, oh my goodness, unpassive ecosystem reload. Oh my goodness, unpassive ecosystem reload. I know we might be thinking, yes, too many different things, but reload. We need to recharge. We need to get back in front of the wheel. We need to take control, or we need to learn whatever we've forgotten in the past. We need to reload. Why we joined unpassive. It can be interpreted in different perspectives, but that is not for me to do. I will leave it up to our king, brother, none other than DrDerrick, to do justice to that theme. It's exciting, it's intriguing, and we couldn't wait to hear what you have to say. Dissect it for us. Tell us what we need to do. Tell us where we are. Tell us where we are moving forward with this reload, because I believe we need it now more than ever before. You may have heard that, yes, we are here for a mission. Yes, this reload is going to help us take us one step further. And of course, our brother, King DrDerrick, needs no introduction. He is no stranger. But besides the Dream Team webinar, we know him as the brain behind our song, our technology. We also know him as being at the heart of the platform Deep Dive. Again, if you miss it here, you always have the opportunity to meet DrDerrick there. Always ready, born ready to help you with your questions anytime. I can go on and on and on, Dr. D, because your accolades are just too many. But I will hand it over to you at this time. Please join me and allow us to give DrDerrick to begin our theme for today and grace us with his presence. Over to you, Dr. D.
Mercy, 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 mercy. Wow, thank you very much. Thank you very much, my queen, Kanla, Rahel.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, what a powerful name that, man. Powerful name. Queen Kanla Rahel. Oh my goodness. Listen, you need to be up there on the throne, sitting and palaving. Mercy. Beautiful lady introducing me. Thank you very much. And of course, I'm a handsome man. And we heard from another handsome man which is King Dr. John, with the mindset. Thank you very much, King Dr. John. Really appreciate coming from such a handsome man. Your wife should be proud of you. And we all here in Unpassive is most definitely proud of you. I most definitely have to say thank you very much, Queen Dr. Patience, a beautiful woman, from Mount Zion, most definitely. And we just want to thank you for this platform where all of us are congregating at this time. Really appreciate it. And of course, there's no webinar without the First Lady. I don't know what time she sleep or when she sleep, because I know that she has a job, although she just overbroke. But fortunately, she's on every webinar. I don't know how she does that. If Singapore, late in the early in the morning, before my mother would have said before cock put on them drawers, she's up and kicking and on webinar already. Oh my goodness, Pastor Paul 360 degrees, and oh my goodness, First Lady Queen Dr. Benny. I honestly don't know when do you sleep. All right. And Oh my goodness. But again, Queen Lily Lane. Oh my goodness. What a beautiful woman. Another woman from Mount Zion. There's a lot of Mount Zion women on this webinar, you know. So we just want to thank all of you. And of course, King Carlton. You know, we have to mention King Carlton. Most definitely. All right, wonderful. And again, thank you very much, King Dr. John. Really appreciate. That was an awesome mindset because that is of tantamount importante where I am concerned. So, and where we all are concerned, because without the mindset, it doesn't make sense we even continue in life. Really and truly, the proper mindset, you have to have that if you're going to continue in life properly. So, thank you very much, Dr. John. I don't know if you remember a movie. There was a movie by Keanu Reeves. I don't know if you remember that gentleman.
Yes, Dr. D, I know I may have an idea. You know, that came to mind. I was about to go there and I said, do you remember the Matrix? Reload.
Matrix Reload. Yes, definitely. All right. So wonderful. So it was Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne or Fishburne, and Ross. Those were the three persons in that movie. Carrie Ann Moss or Moses Moss. Yes, I think it's Moss. And in 1999, it's a long time movie, you know, long time movie. The Matrix Reload. But fortunately, this afternoon we're not looking at no Matrix Reload. We are looking on passive ecosystem reload. All right, that's what we are looking on this day. Today, the 25th of August, 2025. Oh, 2024. Oh my goodness, we're running the year 2024. All right. So it is the unpassive ecosystem reload. This, what is on your screen right now, is what is known as a server. Just to let you know that that is a server. All right. It's a server on your screen right there. That's a server. One of these might run you about 700,000 to about a cool 1.5 to 2 million. Just that. That little gadget you see there. And all it does is store things. It keep your data. All right. And so when you talk about a server rack is where they pile up, you know, 5, 6, 7. You know, when you talk about a data center, then you're talking about maybe 14 of these server is packed into that server rack. And then when you talk about a data center, we're talking maybe about 800 of those servers. When we talking about 800, yes, yeah, 800, maybe roughly about 800 for a small size data center, maybe about 800. Talking maybe about maybe 200,000 square yard or square meters, about 200,000 square meters of space to put all of that into so that it can be functionable. Because you're going to need UPSs and all of those lovely gadgets and so on in order for all of these things to function, especially if the grid is off. Because if the grid is off, then you're going to need solar, you're going to need wind turbine, you're going to need all sorts of things, generators, and all of these things in order to keep all of these things running. And so therefore, take a quick little look at this. Because this is how it's like a big warehouse, as I said, of approximately 200,000 square meters we're talking about. And then first they have to put in the racks, right? You have to put in the racks first. So it don't come pre-made. You have to actually make the racks, and then you run the cables them to it, and all those things. And all of that work in order to get that data center up and running. So it's not 1, 2, 3, and you snap your finger and boom, it's there. You understand? That data center can take 4 to 5 months, depending on the size of it. Maybe a year to get all of those cable and all of those things in place, running to the different servers. Because remember that first picture that I show you, each server has to be wired, right? And that is why there's so much cabling that goes into making this data center, making any data center a reality, right? All of these gadgets, all of these, and then you have to have a persons to monitor all of these things. As I say, you have to connect to grid, right, which is your power source. And when power source is down, you're going to need other things, and even cool down certain things in order to get this up and running. So a cooling tower and all of these things is put into place for all of this to be functional and to work and for it to make sense. All right. So it's not just 1, 2, 3. Okay. And as we said earlier, that we are migrating, we are moving from the OES, from the AWS, and we are moving over to our own also. And so, therefore, what does it entails to do a migration, to do this reload? What does it take? It takes a few things: site surveys, infrastructure documentation, the Dendix and ancillary services, layout and topology, management access, network planning, migration and build planning, accessibility vendor support, lab simulation, and post-migration testing. So it's a lot. It's not just getting a flash drive or an external hard drive, and you just load up the thing and you carry it over to the next place and you load it up. If you want to hear in depth about the migration, then First Lady Queen Dr. Betty went into it in many details a couple weeks ago. All right. And so it's a whole lot. In the late 1990s, in the late 1990s, we had the internet boom pick up off the ground right over into the early 2000s. Remember that time when they said the computer was going to shut down and all of that going to happen, and when the clock zero when the clock zero for the year 2000, right? So that the clock was going to zero, and a lot of things was going to crash and all of those things. But watch this now. Even into that chaos, that was when the internet boom came to reality. And a lot of people made some good money in that internet boom. It wasn't just one company. Many companies made some good money in that internet boom. And so therefore, now we are in the artificial intelligence boom. That's where we are now. Is it one company going to make some money on the artificial intelligence boom? No. A gentleman called me week before last and said, "Oh, so many companies doing chat GPT and using AI and all of these things, and unpassive is nowhere to be found. Unpassive not doing anything." I said, "Young man, it's not one company that is going to benefit from artificial intelligence. Just like how it's not one company that benefited from the internet boom. It's not one company. And the beauty about Unpassive is that Unpassive is building our technologies and our products on the platform of artificial intelligence. Now, the only thing those other companies, most of those other companies, the only thing most of them can do is add to their system. We are not adding it to our system. We are building with it, which is a big difference. So the artificial intelligence boom, actually, it commenced in roughly around 2010. And it's nobody don't even reach anywhere with it yet. Because the artificial intelligence capabilities and facets is much more than just one item on the program, because it's just since 2020. Let me say that again. It's just since 2020, even though it started all the way back from 2010. It's just since 2020, which is right in that time frame, that Unpassive came into being. One. Two, that artificial intelligence went international. Just the other day. Really and truly. Just the other day. All right? And so, what is artificial intelligence? What is AI? Artificial intelligence is the simulation of human intelligence processed by machines, especially computer systems. Specific applications of AI includes expert systems, natural language processing, speech recognition, and machine vision. Artificial intelligence is an advanced technology typically run by a series of algorithms, computers, or robotics that use real-time data to simulate human intelligence. AI can replicate human discernment. AI can replicate human discernment and make real-time decision. And as we said, AI is like in everything now, not just one thing. You have AI in marketing, you have AI in communication, you have AI in manufacturing, you have AI in education, you have AI in retail, you have AI in telecommunication, you have AI in manufacturing, in life science, in healthcare, in gaming industry, and of course, we have AI in metaverse. And when you talk about metaverse now, is a whole brand spanking new bag of worms that you're bringing up. That is just way out of this. So stop putting artificial intelligence in a little box. Because it seems as if people, so many companies are using chat GPT and it has artificial intelligence running it, and what, like, artificial intelligence is just chat GPT. Come on, people. It's in every set of life there is. And as I said, when you talk about metaverse, what is metaverse? What is metaverse? Metaverse is a virtual reality space in which users can interact with users. Sorry. Metaverse is a virtual reality space in which users can interact with a computer-generated environment and other users. In other words, it refers to a futuristic interaction of internet that includes persistent, immersive virtual worlds where people can connect with friends, workplace, play games, and also shop. Big thing that hit the ball out of the ballpark, really and truly. All right. And so, Click, let us take a look at this video. Take a look at this quick video of a workplace scenario, because we're talking about 3D, just like how you are looking right now. And when you look, you are actually seeing 3D. That's how we'll see things, you know. Because we sit to our right, we sit to our left, and we see in front of us. Right? Amen. So we are seeing, right now, we are seeing in 3D, basically. Right? Right, left, in front. Because we can't see behind us unless we put a mirror. Okay? So we are seeing in 3D. Can you imagine? Watch now. Look, take a look at this video. Quickly. Take a look at this video.
Over the last year and a half, a lot of us who work in offices have gone remote. And while I miss seeing the people I work with, I think remote work is here to stay for a lot of people. So we're going to need better tools to work together. Let's take a look at what working in the metaverse will be like. Imagine if you could be at the office without the commute. You would still have that sense of presence, shared physical space, those chance interactions that make your day all accessible from anywhere. Now imagine that you have your perfect work setup and you can actually do more than you could in your regular work setup. And on top of all that, you can keep wearing your favorite sweatpants.
Looking good. Let's get together real quick for a debrief.
I'm free now. Let's jump in.
Hi.
Hey.
So what do we think?
I think it's ready.
Great.
I'll prep it for the presentation.
All right. Good luck.
Imagine a space where you can tune out distractions and focus on the task at hand. And when you're ready to share what you've been working on, you can present it as if you're right there with the team.
Wait, where's Mark?
I think he's in the middle of something.
So can you imagine you're an architect, and you are drawing and putting to life a building? Because that's what he was doing. Instead of you looking at the building just in front of you, you are actually in the building before the building start construction. Can you imagine? In the medical field, you can actually go inside the person's body. Virtual, of course. You're not really inside the person's body. But can you imagine? So metaverse, the virtual reality, is opening up a big, major can of worms. And so, on passive reload is heading into all of those magnificent situations, all of those industries at some point on passive, which includes AI, building with AI, not adding AI to it, but building with AI. And so on passive reload is, and that is why Ashmafare is keeps saying to us that when we come back, listen, remember, we go forward, we're not dead to the ground. We are going forward. And so the whole dynamics of on passive is going to be a major difference, because on passive will still do everything for us as it relates to business, using new, never before seen software products. On passive will build your internet business for you. You don't have to be tech savvy. Ashmafare is creating both business and also the software products to be sold on your website. You don't have to do anything as it relates to business. On passive, we use artificial intelligence to do all the work and then pays you to succeed. Can you imagine? So all of these products that we know, we got a glimpse of Oconnect, we got a glimpse of O'Mail, we got a glimpse of the O-Wallet, we got a little glimpse of O-Tracker, we got a glimpse of O-Trim, we got a glimpse of O-Net, and of course, we did get a glimpse of O-Bot. And it was marvelous. I can't think of any issues of what I saw and experienced before. And so with all of these products that is coming out, all these products that's coming up in black, that is what it is relating to. So that products that is brand new in concept of that nobody know the product. So we're going to have to be talking and trying to convince people about this product. No, because everybody knows Facebook. Everybody knows Zoom. Right on Zoom right now. But when you said, listen, this is a 4K web conferencing platform. Now, especially a person, and most companies, the person who is running their Zoom meeting is a tech-savvy person. So when you say that it is the only 4K web conferencing platform, then of course a tech-savvy person will know that, listen, oh my goodness, for real? And so if you recognize that on passive, before it went down, before the persons that were trying their very best to bring the company down, to bring the products down, but they couldn't do that, because as Ashmafare says over and over and over again, that the business part of unpassive is 20%. And the integrity part of unpassive is 80%. And so even if you take out 20%, you take out the full, which they didn't take out the whole, it was 20%. So why are we worried? Why are we worried with 20%? I know why. Because especially us men are visual. So we have a good 80% wife at home, a good 80% woman at home, but we're not getting the 20%. And we see a 20% woman out the road. And we start to run after that 20% woman and leave the 80% woman at home. And when you divorce the 80% woman at home, you recognize now that the 20% not cutting it for you, then you praise the Lord. Let us recognize that unpassive is 80% of integrity, 80% of morals, 80% of love. and the business is only 20%. So, as Ashmafari, changing lives that change the world. And for us, for some of us that are still here, that see the vision of what unpassive is, not was, or what unpassive is and will continue to be. Because first of all, unpassive is the correction to the corruption. Unpassive is the answer to help the weeping child that is without food, clothing, shoes, clean water to drink in this time, day, and age. Yes, unpassive is the answer. Unpassive is the answer to homeless mothers, homeless fathers, homeless children in this world, and to the homeless at large that feel so depressed and wondering if they will ever be able to rise up out of their present condition. Unpassive is all of that and a bag of chips with cherry on top. Let us recognize what we have and what we will have in this unpassive reload. So we thank our CEO Ashmafari and his family and all the team and all founders that see the vision, whose lives are changed to change the world. And that is unpassive ecosystem reload. I thank you very much for bearing with me on this journey on the unpassive ecosystem reload. Appreciate, appreciate, appreciate.
Oh my goodness. Whoa. King DrDerrick. Oh my goodness. That is an awesome presentation, full of so many nuggets. Oh my gosh, I will need to go back and listen to that presentation all over again. Wow, wow, wow. How much it takes behind the scenes that we do not see, that is not tangible, that we cannot touch, but yet that is the process. That is the grinding, the sacrifices, the effort. That has been the journey. Behind the scenes, what has been happening, that our CEO has been doing, that unpassive has been on. Oh my goodness. And yet, we will still be able to stand and say, oh, why this? Why this? And yet, some founders still perceive or assume and say, oh, it is taking too long. They can't wait anymore. Our brother and King Dr. John gave us a word about with the theme waiting. Seeing all of this, what it takes to reload, I hope it does answers the questions for those who still have questions about the waiting period. What are we waiting for? Why is it taking too long? And all the different formats that we can reshape or rephrase the question of waiting. This is a window into what happens. And so I hope we all take the time when the webinar will be posted, go through it, listen through it, and be able to get something out of it. Because for me, I will not even question anything going further. Because if I were the one in that position, I am not even sure I will be able to pull that through. You and I know, if we were the one responsible to do that. So thank you, Dr. Derrick, for taking us into the behind scenes to see actually what is going on. And we appreciate it. We are able to understand what this entire process is. So thank you,